No! Put your glasses back on.
Okay, Blam. I'm really excited to talk about this. This is Warren Ellis's reimagining of the Wildstorm. We are 3 issues deep, and the artist is John Davis Hunt. Davis Hunt, with colors by Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buccellato.
And I think the first issue was done by Ivan Placencia.
Placencia. Most of you have probably read Warren Ellis before. Unfortunately, I have not.
I have. I'm a great fan of Warren Ellis, and if you haven't read anything by him, you should start. He wrote this comic before Wildstorm under Image, and this is a reimagining of that. But I haven't read the original one, but I hear that this is a completely different take on Wildstorm, and they're not trying to redo anything, and yeah.
I can definitely say that this is a true number 1. Because like I said, I've never read Warren Ellis before, so that includes the Wildstorm. And so this actually feels like a number 1 or reimagining going into Wildstorm. Not reimagining, but
no, it's a reimagining.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, for me as a non-reader of this series before, it's brand new to me. And yeah, it's fresh. It feels brand new.
Yeah, it's definitely fresh. You don't have to have known what has gone on previous in this universe, so to speak. And what can I say? If you're not a fan of Warren Ellis, he is a sci-fi reality kind of writer, very reminiscent of Philip K. Dick, if you're familiar with Philip K. Dick, the prolific science fiction writer. And we're getting the same great Warren Ellis type of writing if you are familiar with him.
So Warren Ellis writing would be very realistic?
Yes, he writes in like our reality.
Okay.
So a lot of his books, like Crooked Little Vein, takes place in the United States, but it takes place in a very corrupt Illuminati kind. Yes.
Okay, so maybe I should start reading more Warren Ellis because the Wildstorm is based a lot in this conspiracy theory world, and I fall for that. I'm the person that believes the government is poisoning us through, what is it called?
Don't say chemtrails.
Chemtrails. I'm one of those people that believes that.
No, you're not. I don't believe that.
I am.
We have to stop being friends.
I love conspiracies, so there are 3 main secret agencies.
I don't think they're secret.
I think they're secret.
They're not secret. The guy's out in broad daylight, both of them, and they're talking about their agencies in broad daylight.
Yes,
I think one of them might be secret.
Okay, that would be like Walmart and Target. You're saying Walmart and Target aren't secret agencies because they're both well-known corporations.
Right.
But their intentions and what they do behind closed doors is secret. That's what I'm saying.
So they have secret intentions.
That's exactly what I just said.
But they're not secret agencies.
They are secret agencies.
Moving on. So the art, it's very clean. It's pencils, right? And
yeah.
Some with pencils.
Okay, so the art, I'm gonna say, is the better part of this comic.
Because she doesn't even read comics. She just, like, turns the pages.
I don't turn pages.
Pretty picture. Let me guess what's happening.
There's just something about this series in particular where I think the story is completely told through visuals. Like, I could probably not even read it.
The visuals are great. They do a very good job of telling the story on their own. I never felt lost when I was reading these. They don't really make you read the art, so to speak, to get the story. But there are things that you can find in the art that help give you like little tidbits into what's going on.
It's very organized, very orderly in terms of the panel layout. But also there's a variety of different grid layouts throughout this series. You go from really tiny little panels, or little grids actually, or panels, right?
Yeah, there's like a 9-panel page.
And to really even smaller than 9. But there's so much detail in the art, so much detail in the realism of even the characters themselves. You see
Yeah, the characters themselves, their costuming, I guess you could so to speak, is really awesome. This one character, Angela Spica.
Oh, you mean the knockoff Iron Man?
I told you not to say it. I was like, it's not a knockoff Iron Man.
Angela Spica.
Not a knockoff Iron Man.
Saw an Iron Man movie.
You are tainting this comic for people.
She saw an Iron Man movie and was like, okay, see, her intentions are messed up. I don't want to spoil this for you, but if you're a fan of Iron Man...
It's not like Iron Man at all. The reason why she is saying this is because Angela Spica is like part robot. She's an android, part android?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just magically gets this cool robot suit out of her body. It's like...
Well, it's with science, it's not with magic.
I think it's magic.
There's no magic. But what there is a lot of espionage and conspiracy and aliens and robots and really cool, creepy technology and mutants and everything that a science fiction nerd could ever dream of.
Obviously, I'm not the science fiction nerd. But it's okay. I read the Wildstorm because Jenna read Lady Killer for me, so I had to read Wildstorm. And now that I know that Wildstorm was an Image comic before, then I give it some more credit because Image knows what they're doing. So that's why I gave it some credit. But anyway, plot-wise, is there anything else we're missing?
Basically, what you need to know is that there's these 3 big corporation agencies, some secret, some not, that are working on some secret technology, some technology that's really good for the world, and they commit acts of war against each other.
Yes, they do. And that's kind of where the storytelling begins, essentially. Yes. So that's where the storytelling begins, but it's very slow to build. I think that the story itself is slow.
It is a very slow burn. I keep turning pages wanting to know more, so it's not like it's boring or anything like that.
It's not boring because while you're reading this, you just feel like there's something impending climactically.
Definitely.
That's when you finish the one issue, you're like, okay, something's gonna happen in the next one. Like, that's what it
and
felt
something
like.
does happen in the next one. There's definitely always, I don't want to say cliffhanger, but there's always that promise of you're gonna get what you're looking for, and you do get it, but there's also a whole slew of more questions that you're asking. And a lot of the bigger questions that you're asking is, you don't know who's good or bad.
No.
You don't know who's on what side. You don't know who you're supposed to be cheering for. And I really like that.
And that's what I asked you. I was like, who the hell are these people?
There are a lot of characters to keep track of. I did find myself having to go and reread the first issue, the issue before. Even with the third issue, I reread the first and second one again, just to be able to really get a good grasp of the storyline and the complexities of the conspiracies and what's going on.
I feel like within the storytelling we may have missed to mention that it's a lot of character building. Mm-hmm. It's, like, within the first issue especially, there's so much to learn about this universe. So I feel like Warren Ellis kind of is making, throwing all of it in there, but not in a bad way. Like, I didn't think it was bad.
No, definitely not in a bad way. He writes worlds very well that way, that he builds them into the characters instead of building the world around them.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he's also, this is autonomous from the DC universe, so don't think that you're gonna find, like, Batman anywhere in this. So if you are like Lisa is about the whole superhero thing and the very popular DC stuff, you're not gonna get that here. This is completely, totally a different...
It did not feel like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
And you guys know me. I'm not into the superheroes.
And there is blood and there is gore.
There is.
I gotta cut that.
Why?
Because it gives it away.
No!
Yep.
Okay. You could just mute it.
Sorry, guys. Spoilers.
Sorry.
That's for you Doctor Who fans out there.
Let's see. I would rate this. You read it. No, I'll read it first.
Well, how did you find it? Did you find it entertaining?
Yes. A little.
There wasn't enough blood and violence for her.
No, I think this. I don't know why I can't get behind too many complex stories. I feel like there's too much for me to know about this story.
I think there's too much reading that you have to do.
There's too much reading I have to do.
I love the reading aspect of it. As you know, I'm more of a book reader. I've said that many times before.
Did you find it entertaining then?
Yeah, I did. I wish I could read more. I kind of wish that I waited till all 24 issues were out. There's only going to be 24 issues in this particular series. Maybe, who knows, there'll be like a second series to this. Mm-hmm. But this reimagining is only going to be 24. And we're on number 3.
Which, they so cleverly lay out for you. I actually like that on the cover.
To tick it off for him.
To tick it off. But I didn't mention my favorite panel.
Show them your favorite panel.
My favorite, which was not in number 1, I believe. It was in number 2. Oh, wait. This one. Because it was just so...
Oh, yeah.
It was just so real. Like, you just see so much emotion in this. Mm-hmm. And I just loved how realistic the penciling was. I thought this was really great.
I like the middle panel, especially where you see her turning back.
Turning back. Alright, before we get
emotional. I think you like this more than you'd like to admit.
Maybe. I won't ever admit that though. So that is why I'm gonna rate this a 5 out of 8 pizza slices.
You're a butt. You are such a butt.
5 out of 8.
You're doing it to make me mad because you know how much I really like this.
On Lisa's radar, 5 out of 8.
No, I give it 7.5 out of 8.
Not a full 8? Why?
Not a full 8 because I don't...
Oh, Jenna loves this so much.
Shut up. Okay, fine. I give this an 8 out of 8.
No, why were you gonna give it a 7.5? Now we need to tell everybody what's wrong with the other half.
Have I ever given anything 8 out of 8?
Yeah.
What have I given 8 out of 8?
Paper Girls?
Yeah, except Brings Out the Kid in Me.
Snot Girl? No.
I think you're tainting my score. That's what it is. You're bringing it down, and so you're netting me.
All right,
into believing I don't like this as much as I like this.
We're sticking to a 7.5.
No, I'm gonna admit that I am a little bit biased towards Warren Ellis. Like, he's such a legend in comic book writing and writing in general. If any of you have read his novels, he doesn't have as many as he does comics, but yeah. So 8 out of 8 without the taint. Oh, that sounds terrible.
No thanks. Well, that's all, folks.
But I definitely suggest the Wildstorm. And if you haven't started anything Warren Ellis, this is a great place to start.
I agree. So with that said, thanks for watching.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage to wherever you're traveling.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Let's start a fire.
Bye.